Oh, come on. Technology. There we go. Hey guys. Welcome. We're back. We got we got Elvis down here. We got James was singing Michael Jackson backstage. In fact, man, I showed up. He's going, what song were we singing? Something.
Gotta be starting something.
Something.
Wanna be
Something.
starting
Something.
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 You're a vegetable.
Yeah, so James, as you know, James went to see the Michael movie. He's going to talk about that. Dawson, I reckon that you got a concert coming up, I reckon.
Mm-hmm.
He does.
Okay, so let's go ahead and, but I hope everyone's doing well. I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm here.
Michael.
So, all right, James, you're up.
Okay, so before we
Michael, I see you.
before we get into the meat and potatoes of what I'm going to talk about the movie, I just wanted Dawson to know I didn't schedule a stream yet. I was waiting to talk to you to see what was going on first.
Okay. I'm going to the horse race track with my family on Sunday, so I won't be available on Sunday.
Okay, so there won't be a stream.
No sorry, Bob.
But we'll be back the following Sunday?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. So
as a horseman, as Crazy Horse, it's my duty to to see the horses.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what we're all here to hear is my review of the movie, and I promise no spoilers. All right, so it starts from 1966 when he was a little youngin', and when his dad was controlling. His dad was a real arsehole, if I can say that. He controlled everybody, and he says, "Michael, look at me, look at me." He kept saying to look at him while he was singing.
I don't like that at all.
And they omitted Janet Jackson. She's not in the film. It's like she never existed. All they had was LaToya and the other the brothers. That was it.
No, Janet. You gotta have
Janet was being
Jackson.
portrayed in the film. No, Janet was in the film at all. But you know what? That didn't really make it a bad film because Janet wasn't there. It made it a good film because it focused on Michael's life, and they didn't portray him as something he wasn't. They made him look really good. And so it starts from 1966, and then it goes all the way up to 1998, and that's
it does. I did see the timeline in the review,
and that's where they end it right there. And one scene in the film, okay, I'm getting emotional thinking of this part. He was on the Victory Tour with his brothers, and he sang "Human Nature." Then he takes the mic and he goes like this to the audience. He says, "All right, everybody, sing." And they're going, "Why? Tell them that it's human nature." Tears are streaming down my cheeks. Hearing that.
Hi, Divining.
Hello. Hearing that song on the big screen was amazing, and he met breakdancers. And that's where he got them to dance with him.
Yeah, that's why I heard too. Yeah. I'm a huge fan of that kind of dancing
and
too.
And they were the ones that were in the Thriller video.
I did see the snippet of the Thriller dance from the movie. It's wow.
And you see the process of him making his Thriller album. You see him in the studio and he's going, he's snapping his fingers, and he's getting the ideas for Beat It. And you see him doing Beat It live, and he's doing the moonwalk, and he's doing all the moves to spin. Oh! And the hat, how he takes the hat off, puts it on his head. He's got the glove. I found out what the glove was.
Oh, what about the socks?
The socks, he had the socks on, but the glove was a special thing he had to wear.
Like those shiny white socks.
Yeah, because he takes the glove off at one point. And he explains he's got the skin. He goes like this, and he says, he's got the skin problem. That's why. Then I looked it up when I got home. Now I know why he wears the glove. But it became something part of his repertoire, part of his costumes when he would dance around and everything. And you see him with his mom. He's close with his mom, but his dad was controlling. And you're going to love this part, Dawson, in the film. there's one point where his father is trying to scam him and trying to get more money out of his son. So he says, let's promote them in a Pepsi commercial. And guess who was promoting it? Don King. I didn't know Don King was part of this.
I didn't know Miles Teller was in it. I didn't know that.
When the hair is up like this, I said, "Oh my God, Terry!" That's my sister's name. I said, "Oh my God, Terry! Look, it's Don King." And Mike Myers plays a producer in the film as well.
Miles Teller. I'm like,
but he's so maked up, but you could see his eyes. You knew it was him right away.
Oh,
you knew it was him right away.
He really is.
And the performances by everybody in this film is so well acted, and a lot of people put the movie down and say it's crap, but it's fantastic. It's a beautiful film, and I recommend it. You see it on the big screen. Don't wait for pay-per-view or anything like that. See it on the big screen because it has to be experienced on the big screen. Well, I just love this movie.
What's your rating for that?
10 on 10. And I would go watch it again if I was allowed to. I can't wait to watch it again because it's a great film, and I wish you were there with me, Kate. It was
my issue would be I'll be the odd one dancing. So
I know you would.
I would be dancing in that. I'm serious. There's some Michael Jackson songs that just gets me going.
And he sings bad in the film.
Bad, really, really.
Oh, when he was in the Jackson 5 as a kid, he goes to Motown to record their first song, and he kept moving around. And then the guy says, "Michael, stop moving. Come closer to the mic." And then he just belted out the song because he wanted to move. He wanted to dance all the time because he was a hyper little guy.
I think it'd be best if I don't see in theaters because I'm going to be the one making people mad because I'm the one dancing in the theater. I've done it before, just saying.
Oh, but Kate, you have to see it on a big screen. The sound,
everything. Seriously, how can you not dance to his music? I'm serious. How can you not dance to Michael Jackson's music?
And then you hear the opening music things for "Wanna Be Starting Something" at the beginning of the film, and then you hear. You see him with the long hair from the back end. You don't see his face. And then all you hear is, Michael, Michael, Michael. And then it fades back into the 60s when they were young. It was such a great film.
I remember my sister and I seen Scream 7. And I heard like the opening to "You Want to Start Something." I mean, on the trailer. I remember just sitting in my chair just going like, something. It's just that song alone. I'm just like, good Lord.
And something I didn't know about Michael, he would visit sick children in the hospital.
You know what? Yes. As a matter of fact, he was and I know this. I've seen a lot of archival stuff. And those that don't know, I'm a nerd for archival music stuff, even movie stuff I'm a nerd for, archival stuff. And yes, he has done that before during his time. He was all for the kids, which I greatly admire of him.
Yeah.
And, he really had a big heart, and it drove me crazy that people spoke badly of him. And I learned that he's actually a hero. And I've always respected him, but I have more respect for him now than I ever had. So, and but he loved visiting sick children and just hang out with them, and it's just if you go on YouTube, you can see it. It's very heartwarming.
Yeah, and it has the Pepsi commercial where his hair caught.
Oh, that was tragic. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that
was tragic.
To see that whole scene play out in the film, I was like, oh my God. My sister was like,
I'm really glad though that the film did catch that, because that's what people don't. I mean, some of us do, but for those that may not, that was part of pop culture history.
But one thing I wish they had put in the film is when he was in the movie The Wiz with Diana Ross. They omitted that. I wanted that scene. I wanted to see him go, ease on down the road.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been iconic, but he sings Ben.
Ben's good. That's a good one.
Because that's from the movie Ben, about a rat. Ben, the two of us may look no more.
That's true, JJ. That state was low in funds. This is true, and he died. They released, but that's how I also got to learn more about him, was through those tapes and stuff. And what I liked about him, this is something I've learned about Michael. Yeah, he has kids, right? 3 kids, and
one of them's name is Blanket.
Well, actually, Blanket changed his name.
Oh,
and what was I gonna say? So if this is great parenting style by Michael Jackson. If his kids wanted a toy when they were younger, this is when they were younger. If his kids wanted a toy, they have to read a book. So in order to get a toy, you have to read.
I like that.
I like that too. So it's like, oh, well, I want these 2 toys. Oh, you want those 2 toys? Then you go read 2 books.
And I must have a lot of toys.
Huh?
I must have a lot of toys.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you read a lot of books.
and that's what I liked about him. It's like, look, and that's actually very educational parenting by Michael, because it's like, okay, great, you want toys, great, but you got to read. Pick a book. Tell me what it's about. And I praised him on that. That was good.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed the film, and Chris Carter never says who's in the if there's going to be an interview on the Fab Forum or not. I'll just have to tune in tonight and find out.
Hey, Michael wants to know, Ask Dragon, would you mind asking James if the film Michael was shot in a detached garage? I don't know. I thought you were talking about you.
I don't know, Michael.
Michael, whatever you're joking about, I don't get it.
I don't understand what he's going on.
It's not registering.
What are you talking about, Michael? I'm confused.
It's not registering. A whole bunch of crickets are chirping up here.
Yeah, I heard the crickets too.
Well, then again, I always hear crickets when he gets like this. So
and now over to Dawson. Ding,
ding. Yeah, glad you got to get out there and see the movie, especially if it's from a Jackson that's also an actor that's recording that. Then that makes it extra special, you're immersed more into the film. I talked to my radio producer today, and I was wondering, Kate, can I have your permission to have some of our shows here on the radio? We can broadcast them on the radio as well.
You have my permission.
All right. Yes, the ones with me on them, and I'll let you know how it goes. Yeah, and it'll be great.
That'd be awesome, actually.
And you can do that on my streams too, if you like.
Okay. Yeah. Internet radio to the world.
Yeah, to the world. You have my permission. Go for it.
Thank you.
And my permission.
Thank you. So you're going to see a Pink Floyd tribute?
Yeah, it's Classic Albums Live, The Wall, and they call it Note for Note, Cut for Cut, as I mentioned last time, be on Saturday night, and they're doing Dark Side of the Moon the night before, and then they're going to do The Wall on the Saturday. So I'm just going to the Saturday show. I have the David. I've been watching a lot of Roger Waters interviews. So some of them which go into his past, and then some of them are also political as well. But I just type in Roger Waters interview and see what happens next, and then I have a David Gilmour disc, Rattle That Lock or something from 2015. So yeah, just getting warmed up for that, and looking forward to the show on Saturday.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like Roger Waters for his music. Everything else, I kind of just tune out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's totally fine if he wants to speak what he feels. That's totally fine. But I'm not. I'm just there for the music.
I wonder if they're going to have a children's choir there for the wall. Another brick in the wall.
I think they will. I seen a choir. Oh yeah, it was one of the choirs with the Elton John show. Yeah, they did a great job. I think they're the Mississauga choir. We'll see. I think they will. I think they'll have everything that can happen.
Yeah, it's not like you could brag about getting a first pressing Thriller. There were only 6 billion sold. 6 billion.
Well,
Jeez.
I guess before we get into the meat and potatoes of the show, I guess I should show my 2 Michael Jackson albums to you guys. Why not?
I have, but
we're on the roll here.
I have one Michael Jackson on CD and on vinyl,
Mm.
and it's picture disc.
I think I have one Michael Jackson maxi single. So it's a 33-inch, but it's single. Yeah.
It's
Jackson 5.
Oh, nice. I have the album with Thriller on it on CD and vinyl.
Ooh, that must sound pretty good on vinyl.
Yeah, it does. It's picture disc. So it's like it's different pictures on both sides. I mean, one side's the Thriller.
Oh, who's calling now?
Who is it? It's Michael Jackson. Number 9. Number 9.
This is JJ of Michael Jackson. He is Off the Wall, Victory, Thriller.
I didn't answer the phone because I don't know who.
Bad and Dangerous on vinyl. That is awesome, JJ.
Well, here we go. You just said the magic word, JJ. You know I'm bad. I'm bad.
Oh, come on!
Who's bad? Doom, 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 doom.
I'm bad. I'm really, really bad.
And then we have the gatefold. And the songs on here are bad. The way you make me feel. I love that song. Speed Demon. Liberian Girl. Just Good Friends. Another Part of Me. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. I Just Can't Stop Loving You. Dirty Diana. Oh.
That was about Diana Ross, by the way.
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? You've been hit by a smooth criminal. And then we have his most iconic album. Now I gotta find Off the Wall. Don't stop till you get enough.
Come on. I have that on CD and vinyl.
And on here we got Wanna Be Starting Something.
Gotta be starting something.
Baby Be Mine. The Girl Is Mine with Paul McCartney. Thriller. Beat It. Billie Jean. Human Nature, my favorite. PYT, Pretty Young Thing, in brackets, The Lady in My Life. And it's produced by Quincy Jones. It's on Epic.
Yes, he was.
There he is, a little tiger.
Look at that cute little tiger. Yee-hee.
Now I want to get off the wall. So there we go. That's what we got.
Well, I think it's great. I have Thriller on vinyl and CD. I'll have to show it to you guys sometime. I just didn't have time to do so because I'm so busy over here. But it's just he has wonderful music, and I just can't explain like how amazing his music is. There's one of a kind. There's only one Michael Jackson as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was actually living in California when he did the Super Bowl halftime show. Like at the time, it was just my eldest brother and I. He was the Cowboys fan. I was the Buffalo Bills fan. And yeah, exactly, right?
I would have thought.
It was a joke. Well, how am I supposed to know, Michael? Those are numbers. Don't throw numbers in jokes. Duh. Duh.
All right, I'm gonna share the screen for a second because most of you other guys haven't seen the posters with me posing with them. So here we go. Let's go share screen. Facebook. Yep.
Wow, with Michael Jackson?
There we are. That's me after the movie.
Wow, who's that stud over there?
That's me.
Gee, he looks familiar.
And there's Michael. And then, oops. Well,
Hammy!
there we go. There's the other one of me.
Oh,
There's Michael throughout his life, the different parts of his life. When he's young, and then when he gets older, and then here, and then there. Not cool?
It is cool.
Yeah, there you go.
it's Taco,
Taco Bell.
the dog.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yo te quiero Taco Bell. Anything else, Dawson, or you could go, my friend?
Ay caramba. I'm good.
All right, three amigos. All right, so we're going to go ahead because it was, Memorial Day on Monday. Yeah, I'm sorry, people. I haven't eaten lunch yet. I'm just so busy over here. It's not funny. So if you ain't grumbling, that's my stomach. I just haven't eaten yet. So I thought I'd share this. Okay, JJ, that's gross. Stop it.
God.
Stop it. Now, 15 rock and metal songs about soldiers, because it was Memorial Day on Monday. I thought I'd share this. Now, the first one I knew about because Alice Cooper talked about it. So the first rock song about soldiers was Alice in Chains' Rooster. And it was about guitarist / co-vocalist Jared Cantrell's father. Because it says here that the title came from the nickname given to his father while he was serving in the Vietnam War. Cantrell stated in the music liner notes that doing the song brought he and his father closer together. He recalled the first time I ever heard him talk about Vietnam was when we made a video, and he did a 45-minute interview with director Mark Pellington. And I was amazed he did it. It even brought him to the point of tears. It was beautiful. He said it was a weird experience, a sad experience, and he hoped that nobody else had to go through it. But yeah, so The Rooster by Alice in Chains is about Jared Cantrell's father, and I knew this because of Alice Cooper, because he mentioned this. And then next we got Metallica 1. Let's see here. For inspiration, the band pulled from the 1939 novel Johnny Got His Gun, which tells the story of a soldier hit by an artillery shell who loses his limbs and ability to communicate while his mind inside functions perfectly. So for the video, the band included scenes and dialogue from the 1971 adaptation of the novel. Then, of course, I knew about this one too. Shout out to Alice Cooper on this. Iron Maiden, The Trooper. Let's see here. Okay, inspired not only by the history of the war, but also the Lord Tennyson poem of the same name. So basically, you're talking about the trooper using charge of the Light Brigade at the Battle of Balaclava, 1954, as their inspiration for the track. So this was based on the true war by Iron Maiden. The band took the association one step further by featuring film clips from the 1936 film The Charge of the Light Brigade, which starred
I've heard of that.
Yeah, Flynn. In keeping with the military theme, frontman Bruce Dickinson can also be seen waving a Union flag during live performances of the song. They got Drowning Pool. I think I've heard that band. Soldiers. So let's see here. Let's see what we got here. Drowning Pool had developed quite a military following over the years, and after a trip in which they toured bases in Iraq, Kuwait, and South Korea, they decided to write the song Soldiers.
From 1-866-594-6438.
For those fighting for the United States. Since its release, the song has become an anthem for soldiers, and the video for the track finds the band performing for the troops with them, singing along to the song. I like that. Then you go Disturbed, you got Indestructible. Disturbed's powerful and asthmatic sound had become a favorite amongst military personnel over the years, and in 2008, the band decided to pen a track that paid tribute to the members of the military with the song Indestructible, the title track from Disturbed's album of the same name. So there you go. Okay, we got The Doors.
Ooh.
Soldier.
Yeah, that's a great song.
It is, I agree. The Doors voiced their not-so-veiled opposition to the Vietnam War with Unknown Soldier, which is the first single from the 1968's Waiting for the Sun.
I remember when he does that live, and then he pretends to get shot and he falls on the stage.
Exactly. Then you got Metallica. I didn't know this. For Whom the Bell Tolls. I didn't know this. Okay, so this song was inspired by Ernest Hemingway's novel of the same name, which portrayed the human cost underlying the Spanish Civil War and the dark undercurrent of all armed conflict. Metallica's take on the subject is as brutal lyrically as well as musically, portraying the soldiers as men caught up in something bigger than they can comprehend or control. Okay, we got CCR. Creedence Clearwater Revival, Fortunate Son. So it says right here, Fortunate Son was inspired by the marriage between Julie Nixon and David Eisenhower. The song draws a bleak contrast between the wealthy class, whose connections shield them from the consequences of war, and working class soldier who has no choice but to go off and fight because I ain't no senator's son. Batman Rising, exactly. Instead, he ends up serving at the pleasure of those seek to profits. So there you go. Then you got Civil War, Guns N' Roses. Let's see, Civil War. Civil War references the assassinations of both Martin Luther King and JFK, making historical parallel between wars fought throughout human history. The lyrics laminate the soldiers whose lives have been expended in the pursuit of financial, religious, and political agendas. I honestly didn't know that, and that's a good song by Guns N' Roses too. I don't need your Civil War. They got Sammy Hagar. I like Sammy Hagar. Heroes.
Nice.
The patriot rocker offered a reminder that no matter what your position on war itself, it's important to acknowledge the sacrifices made by our soldiers.
Sammy.
Amen, amen. The powerful track was co-written by Journey keyboardist Jonathan King and featured vocals by Loverboy.
Loverboy.
Like, the lyrics portray a wounded veteran returning home. They're struggling to assimilate in a society that doesn't understand or seem to care what he's been through. So there you go. They got Dropkick Murphys, great band. They're Irish, great band. Faraway Coast. Now this song is told from the perspective of a homesick soldier stuck in the trenches, the fist of the beast. This acoustic folk ditty from Dropkick Murphys' 1998 debut carries neither a pro nor anti-war message. The narrator is simply doing his duty. As much as he'd like to be back home, enjoying the freedoms he might die any minute for, he's not bitter. So there you go. They got Tom Waits, Soldier Things. Let's see. Essentially, song is a yard sale pitch, a listing of items that once belonged to a soldier. This is really unique. Whether he died in combat or came home and lived until old age is open to debate. But either way, his life has been reduced to odds and ends. That's interesting. Priced like cufflinks or hubcaps, trophies, paperbacks, priced at $1 a piece. Even the medal he received for bravery winds up in the box. And the image, coupled with the somber piano, makes for a heartbreaking commentary of the fleetingness of human life. Drive-by truckers, the sands of Iwo Jima.
I think it's pronounced Io.
Io, thank you. Thank you. Io, thank you. Thank you. Iwo Jima. I should know this because my dad watches a lot of war stuff. I don't. So let's see here. So in the song, people meet one of the good guys, George A. is a family man. And in 1941, when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, he first seeks a deferment Since there's work to do on the farm, he winds up serving. He believed in God and country, coming home and leading life that involves yearly reunions and his old war buddies. If George is keen on remembering his time in the South Pacific, he knows the difference between camaraderie and glorifying combat. When his grandnephew, the narrator, asked him whether his experiences resembled the movie referenced in the title, the man responds, "I never saw John Wayne on the sands of..." How do you say that again?
Iwo Jima.
Iwo Jima, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of find this list very humbling, to say the least. Then you got Nine Inch Nails, The Good Soldier. Let's see here. Trent Reznor sings on this Year Zero cut, trying his best to capture the numbness known only to those who seen active combat. Nin could have made a much angrier song. The album on the whole is critical to the U.S. government and set in the future, but The Good Soldier has a relatively soft, muted synth rock sound. People can imagine a shell-shocked grunt marching along to the tune's mid-tempo beat, and the swimming keyboards create a feeling of disjointedness or floating through space. Then you got Ted Leo and the Pharmacist, Army Bound. Let me find it here. This song is about war, but rather the economic factors that drive many to enlist in the military. Some modest dreams, they just don't pay out, Leo sings, speaking to the hopelessness that can make the army seem pretty attractive. If Leo hates the way the government railroads poor folks into fighting its wars, he's smart and compassionate. Not to blame, the rifle-toting folks just doing their best to get by. So I thought I'd share that with you guys, because I thought it was a very compelling list. To say
Well,
the
there's
least.
other two war songs that should have been on that list. Johnny Horton, The Battle of New Orleans. That's a war song. Then there's 19 by Paul Hardcastle. 19. 19. No, 19. 19. It's about the Vietnam War. Remember that
History
one?
of grunge. So, Dawson, what do you think?
Great list.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Rock Soldiers by Ace Frehley, but that was more of maybe a mainstream rock song. It wasn't so much a historical song. So this one went into more of the historical. And yeah, I even learned things about Metallica and songs I've heard many times. But now that we tread the path again, there's even more to take away from it, especially with the CCR and the Eisenhower Nixon relationships there. So yeah, that was there's just more layers to the story that we now know about.
Yeah, it's very interesting because I come from a military family. My dad served in the Navy, and so just being able to read these lists about like past wars or novels that's like based on the wars, it was very humbling to learn how these songs were created and how they actually have touched lives along the way.
I even think that U2 song Sunday Bloody Sunday should have been on that list.
I think that is about war now I think about it.
It is.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I know Alex brought that up on his radio show at one point. Yeah, but I honestly think it's hard to name all of them, to be honest.
There's so many.
Exactly. But I like the list. It was a very good mix of songs. And I really do like Rooster by Alice in Chains, because it just has a really good history behind it.
And the Beatles song Revolution should be on there too, because that's about the Vietnam War.
How about back in USSR?
I don't know. But I know that Revolution is a war song. A protest song for the war.
In the Navy. Yeah, I know that song. Okay, so here's another great list for you guys.
All right.
This is just, in my humble opinion, this is probably the most short-lived genre of music, grunge. And so the history of grunge told in 13 albums. Yeah, I like grunge. Pearl Jam. You got what? Just a whole bunch. So all right, so great. So the first album he picked was released in 1985. Green River, Come On Down. Michael, that's not funny. I'm not. Michael. Now, why is that important? Green River are often cited as one of the main pioneers of what would have become the Seattle grunge scene in the late 80s and early 90s. Formed in Seattle in 1984, the band consisted of key musicians and later went on to form other bands such as Mudhoney, Mother Love Bone, and Pearl Jam. The first EP, Come On Down, is considered the first true grunge record because it was the earliest official release by a Pacific Northwest band associated with the subgenre. Its combination of raw punk attitude mixed with slow metal riffs helped create a sonic blueprint of what became grunge. So what Loudwire is saying is that Green River was technically the first grunge band. Technically.
Okay.
And then you go on down to 1986. This is from various artists, Deep Six. So you got Green River, Malfunction, The Melvins, Skin Yard, Soundgarden, U-Men. U-Men. That's funny. Why is it important? So D6 was a compilation album released by CZ Records, a Seattle-based punk rock label that was formed in 1985 by Chris Hanzek and Tina Casale. The duo put the album together after they had the idea to showcase some of the like-minded bands that were getting popular on the local level. So they recruited all these bands to contribute songs for the album. For several of these artists, it was their first time having songs put out on actual record, which that's kind of cool. Many of the groups eventually broke up, and so Melvins and Soundgarden became the album's biggest success stories. But musicians from nearly all the bands went on to help shape the evolution of grunge in other ways. So there you go. And now we go to 1987. You got the Melvins. Gluey Porch Treatment. Though the Melvins have spent decades trying to distance themselves from the grunge label, they had an undeniable influence on many of the bands that spawned from the scene, especially Soundgarden and Nirvana. Their sludgy punk metal sound, heavily influenced by Black Sabbath and Black Flag, helped shape much of the music that emerged from Seattle after the Buzz Osborne-led outfit relocated to California. It was Osborne who showed Soundgarden's Kim Thayil and Mudhoney's Mark Arm how to play guitar in drop D tuning. After all, I didn't know that. Buzz Osborne, the lead singer of Melvins. Thus, the Melvins' debut album, Gluey Porch Treatments, which came out in 1987, was another landmark release for the formation of the genre. Now we're getting good, people. Now we're going to Soundgarden. 1987. Chris Cornell. What a great artist he was. A great vocalist and artist. Man. Soundgarden started out as a three-piece band with Chris Cornell singing and play drums. Eventually it brought Scott Sundquist in on drums so that Cornell could focus on singing and developing as a frontman. Matt Cameron then replaced Sundquist in 1986. Let's see here. Let's just skim it down here. The band impressed a young Jonathan Pullman so much that he decided to self-fund the band's very first single, Hunt Down, which had nothing to say on its B-side. Pullman had become friendly. Here we go. Screaming Life. So this is the album that they're saying that what's great for grunge was their album Screaming Life. So the EP captured the dark metallic edge that separates Soundgarden from many of their punk-driven peers and helped establish Sub Pop as a label at the center of emerging grunge movement. Then you got Mudhoney, great band.
I like that name, Mudhoney.
Who doesn't love Mudhoney?
It's original.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Touch Me, I'm Sick.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. 1988. This one is technically a single, but it's equally as important. Mark Arm and Steve Turner formed Mudhoney after Green River broke up in 1987. They too joined Sub Pop's list of associate artists. The debut single, Touch Me, I'm Sick. That sounds so bad. Sorry.
Title.
I know. Produced by Jack Endino, gained traction on college radio and helped bring even more exposure to Sub Pop in the Seattle scene. The track perfectly captured Mudhoney's chaotic live energy and remains one of their most well-known songs almost 4 decades later. It was also included on a 1990 release of their album Super Fuzz Big Muff. I'm not even going to ask what that is. I'm not going to ask.
Sounds funky.
Something. Now this is getting interesting. We got Nirvana, 1989.
Ooh.
Although it was Nirvana Bleach, 1989. So although it was Nirvana's sophomore album that really reshaped mainstream rock, their debut effort, Bleach, was significant in its own ways. It's very different sonically from its successor, channeling a much darker, angrier punk vibe than the medallic hooks heard on Nevermind. However, after Nevermind came out, DGC Records signed a deal with Sub Pop to re-release Bleach in 1992. Its sales spiked over 1.9 million copies in the US alone. Thus, it's Sub Pop's best-selling release ever. And if anybody wants to know, featuring the very first single, Love Buzz, a shockingly blue cover, Bleach was released through Sub Pop in June of 1989. It was a moderate success for the label, initially selling around 40,000 copies with limited promotion. So this was a very successful grunge album. Now you got Mother Love Bone, Apple. This is 1990. Let's see here.
Are we talking Apple Records?
No. Maybe. No, it's a record, not like...
Oh, okay.
Not like what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. That's not it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so the Bearcat released the album, but... Okay, hang on. Most musicians were around during the rise of the Seattle scene in the late 80s, concurred that Mother Love Bone were the next big thing and were destined for stardom. But the trajectory never followed suit because one of the band members died. Who was that? Andrew Wood died in 1990 at the age of 24 from an overdose, just months before their debut record, Apple, was set to come out. I bet you this album is a lot of money.
Wow.
The band carried out the release of the album, but decided not to continue on. Apple is basically a snapshot of a moment in time, but it captures the essence of what was happening musically in Seattle back then, and what could have been. Then you got Alice in Chains, Facelift, 1990. Facelift. The album, released on Columbia Records in 1990, helped bridge the gap between the underground Seattle scene and mainstream rock world, primarily thanks to the commercial success of the hit Man in the Box. That is a good song. The track and its accompanied video were in heavy rotation on radio and MTV, and Facelift became the first grunge album to be certified gold. There you go. They also helped connect grunge with metal world after being invited to play Slayer, Anthrax, and Megadeth's legendary Clash of the Times tour in 1991. I didn't know that. That's cool. Then you got Temple of the Dog. Yes. I love Temple of the Dog. This is a super group.
I remember the story you told me about your brother going to see Temple of the Dog.
Yeah, he did, but Cornell died and he didn't get to go. This is the last one. So Temple of the Dog, self-titled album, 1991. This is a great one because you got Chris Cornell, you got Eddie Vedder. And there's a song that always gets me is Hunger Strike, which they talk about. And Hunger Strike is just and I mean, if you listen to the song, and maybe you can articulate yourself, but for me, hunger strike is just you're going hungry in this life. You're trying to get somewhere, but you're not really getting there. If that makes sense. Like you're getting hungry. You're hungry to dream. You're hungry to succeed. You're just getting hungry. You want it to happen. That's what it is. Anyway, I'll stop babbling babble. Timberwolf Dog was one of the outcomes of Andrew Wood's death. Soundgarden's Chris Cornell had been very close friends with Wood and even lived with him for a time, so he was especially crushed by the loss. Cornell chose to turn the pain into music, God bless him for that, as he always did, and came up with a set of songs that didn't quite fit the style of Soundgarden. He got together some of Woods' bandmates, Jeff Amnett and Stone Gossard, as well as Matt Cameron and guitarist Mike McGreedy. The result was a side project called Temple of the Dog, and which is a great album, both of which served as a tribute to Wood. The songs Say Hello to Heaven and Reach Down were essentially love letters to their fallen friend. Another one of the tracks, Hunger Strike, was the world's introduction to the voice of Eddie Vedder. I mean, if you listen to Hunger Strike, I mean, Eddie Vedder's vocals are just superb. Now, really quick, guys, I'll just shimmy down here. I'll just stop here. So, anyway, and then go 91, you got Pearl Jam 10, which I think is important because Pearl Jam did help craft grunge. And then you got Nevermind Worst, Endless Nameless. And again, that's just by Nirvana. They crafted grunge. And the various artist singles, 1992. So the release in 92, the soundtrack consisted almost entirely of grunge, Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, Chris Cornell, Mother Love Bones, Soundgarden, Mudhoney, Screaming Trees, I know those guys, and a few other non They took my dad to the ER.
Wait, what?
It's Mom. My dad went to the ER, guys. Give me a second. It's Mom.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad has been feeling good. They're going to the ER. Okay, yeah, podcast. Okay. Almost over. Okay, so my dad's going to the ER, guys. Shoot. All right, so I might be ending this a little sooner, but anyway, I'll finish up here.
You okay?
Yeah, it's my dad though. He was in some pain. He was in some pain before I went on, but I think he hurt his tooth or something. I don't know. Oh boy. I'm okay. I'll finish this up. Then 95, you got Mad Season Above, and that's it. And then really quick, my mom's told me I have to keep an eye on her, so I'm just gonna breeze through this, guys, for you guys.
All right.
Let's go ahead and do. Sorry, guys, I'm a little. Okay. 25 all rock albums from the 90s people should collect. Got it. I'll breeze through this. All rock. Hang on. I'm distracted. Give me a second. It's 25.
Thank you, Michael.
Wait, what did Michael say? I didn't see that.
Prayers for your father, Caitlin.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael.
And also from JJ as well.
Thank you, JJ. Let's see. I put find it on Google. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna breeze through this. I'm trying not to, spaz out on you guys. So, but when you have family members down, it does trigger my anxiety a little bit. So bear with me here. So 25 essential 90s. Now, this is about the 90s, James, so forgive me.
Okay.
Now, alternate rock albums.
See, you're not physically playing the song, so I wouldn't even know.
Okay. That everyone needs to own the vinyl.
Hey, Mike. Welcome in.
What?
Mike's here.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike. So, kicking off is REM, Automatic for the People, with the songs Everybody Hurts, Drive, and Man on the Moon. Then, of course, I hate this band, Radiohead. The Bends, 1995. And then the key tracks on there are High Tree, Fake Plastic Trees, and Just. Blind Melon, 1992.
Natalie first, Caitlin always, Michael says.
Yeah, family first. But I can finish this off really quick. No Rain, Tones of Home, I Wonder. Well, here's the thing, too. It's like the ambulance isn't here, so I think I'm okay. Right? Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Freudian slip.
Peppers! Holy crap! Mother Hubbard. Gee. Whoa, Lord, forgive me. I need to stop reading those novels. Anyway,
Hi, Sarah.
Am I blushing? Yeah, I am. Oh, boy. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Blood Sugar Sex Magic, 1991. I agree. I need to get Red Hot Chili Peppers. Breaking the Girl, Under the Bridge is Suck My Kiss. Foo Fighters, The Color and the Shade, 1997. I need to get that. Everlong, My Hero, Monkey Wrench. Stone Temple Pilots, 1992. Plush, Creep, Sex Type Thing. Lord help me. All right, you got Alice in Chains. Yep. 1992. Wood, as in WOULD. Rooster and Them Bones. Then you got this. I need this on vinyl. Green Day Dookie, 1994.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Basket Case, When I Come Around. And Welcome to Paradise. 9 Inch Nails, Downward Spiral. Closer, Hurt, March of the Pigs. Silverchair, yes. I need to get that one. Frog Stomp. Tomorrow, Israel Sons, Pure Massacre. Jeff Buckley, Grace. Lover, you should have come over. Hallelujah, let's goodbye. Neutral Milk Hotel. Never heard of that one. In the Airplane Over the Sea. Excuse me. Then you got Nirvana in Utero. All Apologies, Heart-Shaped Box. Smashing Pumpkins, I need to get this one. Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. And you got 1979, Bullet with Butterfly Wings. It's not my fault, Michael. Tonight. And I have you know, people with dirty minds are actually geniuses, so be nice. That's true. Look it up. It's not my fault. Never mind. Never mind. Key track, Smells Like Teen Spirit, Come As You Are, Lithium. Then Radiohead, Yawn, Okay Computer. No Surprise, Karma Police, Let Down. Blur, Park Life, 94.
Park Life.
Huh?
Park Life. I like them.
Girls and Boys, End of the Century. Weezer. Pinkerton. Pink Triangle, which I am not even going to ask what that is. And then L. Scorcho. And The Good Life. Rage Against the Machine. And Killing in the Name, Bomb Track, and Wake Up. Then you got Smashing Pumpkins, Siamese Dream. And what songs do you have on that? True Brock. What?
I was guessing what the song was for that one.
Oh. Bush, 16 Stone. Glycerine, Machine Head, Come Down. That's a good band. Soundgarden, Super Unknown. Black Hole Sun, won't you come? Wash away.
Oh, I just kind of interrupt you for a second because Mike put up this today. He says, "Happy birthday to Neil Finn, Split Ends, Crowded House, 68 today."
Oh, cool.
Haps.
Fell on Black Days and Spoon Man. And of course, you got Pearl Jam 10. I need to get some Pearl Jam. I saw a copy in Target, but I passed on it. Even Slow, Alive Black. I need to get this one. Oasis. What's the story of Morning Glory? I need to get that. You got Wonderwall. Don't Look Back in Anger. Champagne Supernova. Weezer. Got Singing So, Buddy Holly, Undone. The sweater song.
Michael, behave yourself.
Michael, what's your language? Oh, and I have a dirty mind? Shame on you. And while you're at it, give me my romance books back, will you? I can't believe I said that. Good gosh almighty.
Oh my God, that's too funny.
I don't know where my mind was. I knew.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh my gosh.
Is this going to be our new inside joke next to Tatanka? I wonder.
Tatanka.
Big Tatanka.
Nothing can beat that.
It's been a long time until I watch Dances with Wolves ever again. They're such a fun of it.
But it grew on you.
Not really. Let's see checks up in here. All right, guys. Well, I need to get going and watch my mom while my dad's getting help. So,
all right,
guys, closing statements. Let's go.
Yep. Hope everything goes well there, and look forward to see you on Friday. Check out Michael Nolan's show today at 8 o'clock. He's talking about 8 o'clock Eastern time. He'll be talking about Paul McCartney. And this is Rampage Video signing out.
And before I do my outro, I just want to say I'm looking forward to Friday because Paul McCartney's new album, The Boys of Dungeon Lane, is released. But I'll have to wait another week till I get mine from Amazon from my nephew because he bought it for my birthday on CD. So I'm excited for that. And in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. Yeehaw! Red Hot Chili Peppers.
James. He thinks I am bad. She needs to stop being so hard. No, you need to put some pants on. Maybe I'll be nicer.
Oh.
Yeah, let's see. I'm never going to live that one down. That was a mistake, people. A mistake. A mistake, okay? It wasn't intentional. Give me a break. Why don't you?
One break coming up.
Well, GJ, if maybe I actually wore pants every once in a while, maybe I would be nice. You ever thought about that? No, probably didn't. Anyway, and how about those Brewers? Wow. Wow. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, wow. Anyway, and what? Your Packers running back got arrested. He did. Josh Jacobs got arrested, and I'm like, well, there goes my fantasy football. Oh, thank you, Michael. I appreciate you. It'll be okay. I'm trying to stay calm. He's in good hands. So, lucky for us, I live near 2 ERs in the hospital, so he's probably over there right now. I know which one he's going to as well. It's a smaller one. It's quieter. All right, well, I'll let you guys go. I love you all very much. I'll keep you all updated on my dad, but I think he'll be okay. He wasn't in pain, so
maybe it was just a toothache.
Okay, you're gross. You're gross, JJ. Quit it. Yeah. All right. So anyway, I'm regretting whatever I just said. So we'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
All right. See you soon.